Marketecture Live is back March 10th and March 11th in New York City, and we've got a special discount code so you can be there. Final 30, all caps, no space. Final 30 is the code to use. We've linked the registration in the show notes and the description nearby, so it's easy to find. When you get there, use discount code Final 30. If you don't want to miss out on the hottest ad tech event of the year, really the hottest marketing event of the year, then that's the code to use. Final 30, March 10th and 11th, New York City. Today's conversation, though, is with Sam Khoury, who's the Chief Strategy Officer at Marketecture Media. Sam is going to take us through what to expect during the two-day event, how Marketecture Media has grown the properties like AdTech God, the Advertising Forum, Adland, some of the acquisitions that they've made. We'll talk about that, go behind the scenes on Marketecture Media, and we'll talk extensively about the event and what to expect there. So listen to the episode. If by the end you're convinced and you want to be there, make sure to use that discount code Final30. We'll see you March 10th and 11th in New York City. Without further ado, enjoy. Sam Khoury, thank you so much for being here. We're going to learn about Marketecture Media. We're going to learn about Marketecture Live, which is an exclusive event you've got coming up in March in New York City. Maybe let's start with, who is Marketecture? What problem do you solve, and who do you solve it for?
Oh, well, first of all, thanks for having me, Tim. Marketecture is pretty unique B2B media company. It was really founded by personalities in the space, content creators in the space. Barry Papero, AdTech God, and Jeremy Bloom, the three of which had content that was created in a very personal, kind of open vibe. It's no longer kind of this like very boring, stiff content that's created. And so what happened was there was this need in the market just to be real and be more authentic. So I would say, in summary, we're really a B2B, authentic, personality-driven company, where opinions are valued, insights are valued, and we really don't, beat around the bush. We kind of say it how it is across all social platforms, emails, podcasts, etc.
That is a true statement. I got an email for the event in New York, and Ari put a very direct call out. Hey, we're tired of people waiting to buy tickets, and there's a 30% offer. I don't know if it's still going on. We'll talk about the event here coming up. Give us some of the brands that we might know from Marketecture Media. You mentioned AdTech God. I think we've got Adland in there. Of course, the Marketecture podcast. How did the platform that is Marketecture come together? We see those kind of pieces now coming together as a media portfolio. Where did it start? Was it Ari's podcast? Was it AdTech God had a podcast, I think, going on? And
it was two core podcasts. Well, technically three core podcasts. There was the Marketecture podcast from Ari, the AdTech God pod, and Community from AdTech God. And the third one was the AdTech Forum, now the Advertising Forum, which was AdTech God and Jeremy Bloom. It was those three properties that really combined. And there was just an overall need in the market to create a place where it was like open conversation, while, AdTech God was really focused on the community creation of it. So the Slack community, the gatherings, the parties, etc. And it just made sense for the three of them to merge into one entity, and we decided that Marketecture Media would be the best name for it. So
I think it's pretty cool, and it's exciting, obviously, as a podcaster, a content creator, to see what y'all have built. But let's talk about the live event. This is your third live event, am I correct?
Third live event. The last one we just had in October. This one is March 10th and 11th, called Consumers in Control. It's really focused on how the consumer has regained that control in terms of how they access content, how they research, how they discover new content across the internet overall, and really just how the open web is being challenged with the onset and growth of LLMs and AI.
Yeah, I think that's definitely been a talking point for the better part of a year, just the challenges around the open web and streaming TV, connected TV being such a big piece of that conversation. It seems like a lot of the content now and a lot of the conversation is focusing on streaming TV. Are you seeing that?
Yeah.
What's the dialogue that you're having on your side?
So I love it because AI is for sure a very, very important topic. Like, I think that this is something that we're all aware of. I think we're all figuring out what the next steps are and how AI impacts our workflow and our consumption habits on the consumer journey. And we think that that's important. But what we've decided in terms of the content that we bring to Marketecture Live 3 is that that's not going to be the core focus. The core focus is really, how do we control what we have today? How do we improve on the consumer journey? How do we maximize what we have today as we see traffic numbers drop across various open web properties? And so even though AI is hot and everybody talks about it and it's super important, and I think you and I both know that this is constantly in LinkedIn feeds, Twitter feeds, on the tip of everybody's tongue, we still feel like there's really core elements of advertising that need to be addressed. And so we're addressing that at Marketecture. So I would say AI is a big piece of what's being discussed, but we're definitely touching up on a lot of other topics.
I think your point is well made. The Anthropic Claude OpenAI drama from the Super Bowl is kind of top of mind, and it's getting a little bit of hate in the trade pubs. And I think consumers didn't love it, but maybe some of the tech community does. And there's a lot of conversation just about that itself.
It's a land grab for AI companies right now. So, setting yourself apart in the market to gain that user base is important. But I mean, OpenAI, look at their revenues. Everybody else is peanuts. So let's be, honest with each other, Tim. Like, they're generating an absurd amount of revenue and will continue to do so. Everybody else is really on their coattails trying to catch up.
Well, OpenAI, we saw, is adding ads to the platform. Do you have a take?
Right. I mean, I think it's a smart move. We know web traffic overall is declining across the open web. We know the consumer journey has changed, which is why we named our event Consumers in Control. We know their journey has changed. Google is such a massive revenue source and advertising platform for so many. And as we start to see that decline in usage of Google search, I think ChatGPT is sitting on a multi-billion-dollar business if they're able to monetize it right. My hope is that we learn and the user experience is better and that they continue to deliver value rather than just, ads everywhere, determining not the greatest user experience. So, yeah.
Yeah. It definitely feels like one that they could get right. Hopefully they do, right? And I'm waiting.
Powerful.
Definitely powerful. I'm waiting 15 seconds for a response, even on the paid version. Hey, show me
an ad.
Show me an ad.
I mean,
don't make it so over the top that it's disruptive. It makes me want to run away.
Yeah, I think it's a smart move. I mean, why not? When you have eyeballs, just like anything, when you have an audience, you can monetize that audience. And the goal here is you have a very, very dialed in audience that uses your platform multiple times a day. You know exactly what they're typing in. The contextual relevance of what you can serve them could be incredible. I just think of, how that's being recommended and whether it's kind of like deceitful in a way that, I clicked this because it's sponsored. If I'm not really aware if it is or not. But if they keep that flow organic and natural, I think they're sitting on multi-billion-dollar business.
Agree, because I think
they should monetize it.
They should, and we as consumers, I think we've gotten used to kind of scrolling past those first few results, whether it's on Amazon or even a Google search result. We know it's an ad or it's a sponsored listing, and we're looking for the truth. So, if they can keep us aligned to the truth, I think that is a high value business.
I agree. I'm all for search engine marketing. So let's just do LLM marketing. Let's make it work.
And let's be honest with what it is. It's demand capture. We still have to generate said demand. We still have to create interest for our products, for the things that we sell. So let's spend some time talking about the event. What sessions are you most excited about? What should we be checking off on our event day roster? What are we looking at?
We just wrapped up the Super Bowl, which was great. Go Seahawks. Great game. Great halftime show, by the way. So I'm actually really excited to have the CMO of the NFL. I think that's a session that I'm really excited about. He's talking about the big game and what that means for them as an organization, what that means for advertisers, what that means of handling something of that scale. And as you know, with hundreds of millions of people viewing, it is definitely a large scale event. And it's live, which is also very hot and very on topic for what's happening in the market today with the increase in live sports. But then we also have others that are going to bring a perspective on kind of privacy and data. We have the commissioner from the Federal Trade Commission, from the FTC, He'll be speaking. We've got people from Omnicom, Dentsu. Truly, I think those are the two that stand out the most. And then, of course, Ari Papero's, initial speech is always fantastic.
Can't miss. Can't miss programming.
Can't miss. He's so good. He's got such a great personality. He knows so much. I'm looking forward to his keynote.
Those are going to be some exciting sessions. When is the event? When is it?
March 10th and 11th, New York City at the Glass House. Beautiful new venue. I don't know if you've been there, Tim, but it's incredible. It's all glass walls, very spacious, very fresh and hip. Great coloring in terms of the lighting. We definitely picked a top-notch location, and that was on purpose.
Awesome. And if folks are listening and they want to get tickets, it's not too late. Where should they go? And I think that Ari put that offer out. I don't know if that offer is still live. Yeah. I don't want to tease it. We should have talked about it and then the run up, but plug it.
So the one went out just this morning called Final 30, all caps. So FINAL 30. That's 30% off general admission. We do have reduced prices for publishers. So if you are truly a publisher, you can sign up. It's only $799. The great thing is that if you are an agency or a brand, and that means true agency and a brand, you actually are comped. So we have every major holdco in attendance. We have major brands coming in. At this point, we are easily going to exceed 30% of capacity, which is over 350 people that are coming from brands and agencies. Of that, they are all comped. They will be there. We will be greeting them. And if you are there and you're a brand, I'd love to meet you as well. So
not hard to find. Sam Khoury, Marketecture Media. We've got Marketecture Live coming up. What are you most excited about? Looking forward a little bit. I know that this event has surely got all of your attention, all of your focus right now. But what's coming in 2026? What's on the roadmap?
Tim, I remember getting married and how nervous I was leading up to my wedding. And then the day after, I'm like, wow, that wasn't so bad. It was worth it. That was a lot of work.
And I don't remember a thing. Was I even?
And I don't remember. Yeah, it's like it's all a blur. Yeah, it's a blur. I'm mostly excited to just kick butt. Like this has been so much work. And I do want to do a shout out to everybody on the team. We got, Ari, Jeremy, AdTech God, myself, Hannah, David, Drew, Jesse. Like we have a full crew that's working on this all day, every day. It's all we talk about. So really, I think we're just excited to get it done and to just have a fantastic event that people can come back to their offices and say, we learned a lot and we're happy that we're attended.
Definitely. We will make sure that is all easy to find. Final 30 is going to be that discount code. That'll all be close by. You're welcome. Sam, one of the really cool features of Marketecture Live events is you have a pitch competition with real startups who have real customers and real technology. Should we expect that? Or is there going to be a pitch competition?
Yeah, the startup event? Absolutely. Startup Showcase is actually one of the hottest sessions that we do. So we've done this at Marketecture Live 1 and 2. We're doing it with 3. This is along with Imperium and Sonia. This is basically 5 startups that we hand select. So people have already submitted their company information to it. We select it and vote on who the 5 are that are going to go on stage. This isn't for funding. This isn't if you're looking to raise. This is truly like we want to showcase and highlight our product. It's quick pitch on stage. You demo it to everyone, and then we do live voting. And then the winner wins. And the real idea for this is, startups that have been working so hard to build their new platforms or products, just get an opportunity to show it to 1,000 people in one room. And again, that may lead to funding, that may lead to new clients, but the reason is not to raise funds. This is really just for you to showcase what you've been building.
It's definitely a good time. Are there any startups that you can kind of tease out, any exciting concepts that stand out in this upcoming event submissions?
I can tell you, I saw the list yesterday. There are 5 that have been selected. I think we received over 60. The 5 that I like are all across the board. Okay. So I think last time we had a lot of AI startups. I think maybe 3 out of 5 were AI. One was a platform integration, like API type of solution. This time it's pretty diverse. There's one in particular that's kind of like pharma medical kind of sector. So it's not all AI. It's actually a lot of cool products. I think people will go home with and think, it's a great product. I'd like to reach out and try it out. So yeah,
Very
but I
cool.
cannot say the names. You have to find.
All right. You got to be there. You got to be there.
You got to be there.
March 10th.
We'll be
March
we'll
11th.
be promoting them.
Good. We'll be looking forward to it. Yes, those companies have definitely, I think it's been a great opportunity. It's like Shark Tank for ad tech and related businesses. Yes. It's a great way to make a name for yourself and go from zero to hero real quick.
Yes. I mean, we know that there were, and again, not that that's what the purpose was. We know that there was an exit after being on this platform. So Streamer.ai was acquired by Magnite shortly after.
Shout out.
We're going to take credit for that. So thank you, John Maffei and team. I don't think we did anything with it, but I'm sure he got a lot of exposure.
100% attribution.
And then 100%. This is advertising. And then on top of it, I think two of them raised rounds shortly after. And so I do believe that it is a great way to put your name out there and just get eyeballs on what you're building.
Awesome. We will link to the event. We will link to Marketecture. Will make everything very easy for you to find. Sam Khoury, if folks want to connect with you directly, what social platforms are you most active on? Where should we go?
LinkedIn. I am a LinkedIn junkie. It is part of my job description that I need to post on LinkedIn all the time. So yeah, LinkedIn is where I'm at.
Good. We'll make sure that you're easy to find as well. Sam, thanks so much for being here.
Awesome. Thank you, Tim. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. And if you found this conversation to be helpful, please share it with a colleague or a client today. Make sure that you get your tickets for Marketecture Live on March 10th and March 11th. We'll see you there.
Awesome. Thank you.